this is going in the immediate and longer term future in this rapidly deindustrializing and failing German state?
Well, the first thing we want is just politicians who have common sense. It's very simple. And let me just go back one thing about this green agenda we have. In Germany, everybody's trying to get rid of CO2. So CO2 is the worst thing. It will kill us. And we have young people gluing themselves onto the street, especially here in Berlin, to demonstrate that we have to cut down on CO2. Otherwise, they call themselves last generation. Otherwise, we will die. You know, it's so silly that, and the media's honestly, they're cutting down a bit on it now, but it's still onto it. And this is the main agenda, especially to us farmers, because we have to cut down on CO2. And that's why this Green Deal, these 4 things I told you about, and especially the main reason what Eva just described, to tax our diesel. I only live about 150 kilometers away from Holland. In Holland, or in Belgium, or in France, they don't tax diesel at all. So it's an unfair thing for us in Europe to compare. We can't compete. Obviously not. And anybody should know that we in Germany, our farmers, use 1 liter diesel so efficient, like nobody else can do it on this planet.
Yeah.
So obviously, if we don't produce the food, we will have to get it from somewhere else. And we had some a very good passage last year in a Austrian newspaper, and they said the Green Deal from the European Union is a bad deal for the planet, because if we do these things that I told you a few minutes ago, we will have to, we need 8 million hectares somewhere else on the world to feed us, which will mean we have to use big ships to get the food to us, to Germany, which is bad for the environment because we will pollute the air with CO2, which will kill us, and we will take poor people food away. And anybody who says, especially from the Green Party, who says, well, it's a good idea to do the Green Deal, he should reflect himself and think, no, it can't be. It's absolutely contrary to that sense or that meaning we want to do. We have to protect the planet, to get rid of CO2. You're doing the opposite by far. And people more and more realize this nonsense we're doing. And they're fed up of it because it's costing us money. It's costing us our economy, like I told you.
You're hoping, both of you?
Absolutely. And let me point out our protest in the last week. I mean, we had probably 200,000 farmers and tractors out on the roads. And we had so many normal workers out. The truck drivers were out on the streets. And it was so friendly and peaceful. We had in Holland, we saw some scenes where police even used the weapon on one farmer. There was nothing like that. Honestly, not even, nobody got arrested. Nobody got even a ticket for a fine for anything. I mean, imagine that. So many people out on the street. And in context to that, yesterday, we had a demonstration in Berlin, a left-wing demonstration, with 21 injured police officers. Right? This is one demonstration in Berlin, and 1 week of demonstrations all over Germany with hundreds of thousands of people out. Not even a ticket, not even a fine, nothing. So nobody can tell us we are not peaceful. Right. And like I said, I was a police officer. I know what some demonstrations can turn out to be, and still be in legal rights. And we will carry on peaceful, friendly, but we need to increase the power. And like Eva said, we have the power. We can shut down the country for good, and we will do if necessary.
So that's also a very optimistic set of observations, because, not only did you point out that the people who were protesting did so like the Canadian truckers did,